Welcome everyone to Finds of Yesterday. I'm Lynn and we are talking Art Nouveau jewelry and that particular era. So let's get started. So the Art Nouveau era lasted approximately 1890 to 1910 and it overlapped the Victorian era and the Edwardian era. It originated in France and Belgium, but it spread throughout Europe and the US. It was kind of a reaction against industrialization, emphasizing handcrafted artistic design. Some of the distinct features of this era included organic flowing lines inspired by nature, like flowers, vines, insects, and female figures. They used asymmetry and curvilinear shapes which dominated their designs. They also had handcrafted techniques they used, moving away from the mass production. And they used innovative materials with an emphasis on enamel work, semi-precious stones, and horn, like on this butterfly here. Usually it's ox horn, rather than traditional diamonds. Various motifs that they used included nature themes like dragonflies, butterflies, irises, orchids, lilies, any type of flowers. And they also used feminine designs. You'll see a lot of this during that era, and that included ethereal women with flowing hair like Medusas, mermaids, fairies. And they also did mythological and Japanese-inspired elements, and also they had a carryover of the Egyptian designs like sphinxes. Various materials that they used included plique jour, which is a stained glass effect, and if you ever watch a video on how this is made, it's really interesting because they actually hold the piece up in the air and they use an enamel, almost like a waxy enamel paint, to fill in the holes. So there's nothing on the back. They just gradually add a little bit of paint and then dip some more and add a little more paint, and that's how they fill in these holes. And then they fire it in a kiln and it gives it that glassy stained glass effect. They also used moonstones and opals, amethysts, peridots, citrine, rather than large diamonds. Also, ivory and bone were used. Gold, silver, and horn were preferred over platinum. Also, amber, jasper, and glass, and they started using Baroque pearls at that time as well. Their cameos from that time frame are absolutely gorgeous. They used all the different materials you can imagine in their cameos. They used shell, hard stone, glass, lava, even celluloid, resin, and bakelite. Various jewelry types included necklaces with pendant drops, often with floral or feminine motifs again. Lavaliers and pendulums were popular. And in brooches, you'll see the shape of insects, women's faces, flowers. And in hair combs, like these two right here, this piece and this one here is really, really pretty. And they were normally made from carved horn and enamel. And rings and bracelets were pretty delicate, and they had flowing metal work. And the different types of clasps that you'll see during that time frame included a C clasp, which you'll see the enlarged version right here of this piece. It's just a piece of metal bent over in the shape of a C. They also use box clasps, like you'll see various ones here in this picture, and then they had S hooks, and they were often found on necklaces and chains. Barrel clasps were cylindrical screw clasps used mostly on necklaces. And then they also did tongue and groove clasps, which were more refined. They were used in fine Art Nouveau pieces. So the Art Nouveau movement, it faded around 1910 and was replaced by the Art Deco's geometric and streamlined designs, totally opposite of this era. And its influence can still be seen in modern jewelry today, particularly in artistic, nature-inspired pieces. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope you got something out of this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for joining me.